we're not supposed to say mother and father now? We can't say mother
right,
and... you know what? That's disgusting. Okay? That is disgusting. What a mother goes through. Of course they do. We all do. And that's what we're hoping that this will play out. But I think it's really interesting to look at what is taking place here. I mean, in Texas, you had voters get behind Ken Paxton after President Trump endorsed him. In California, you've got voters, including Democrats, getting behind people like Steve Hilton and Spencer Pratt. I don't think people were expecting to see this kind of support that we're seeing from Democrats.
Yeah. Absolutely. They want somebody that's realistic. They're tired of the extremism that's coming on the Democratic side. I mean, they just passed a law in New York that says that, women are now not gestating females, mothers and fathers are non-gestating. I mean, what are we doing here? These are,
oh my God.
I mean,
so we're not supposed to say mother and father now? We can't say mother
right,
and, you know what? That's disgusting. Okay. That is disgusting. What a mother goes through, a woman goes through to have a child and to raise that child and parents. Now we have to take that away from them, calling them mother and father?
It's just an absurdity. While we have this mass exodus of people from New York State, we have a new $15 billion added on to the budget, almost $269 billion, more than twice the budget in Florida, which has 4 million more people, and no income tax. And they just recently voted to actually eliminate the property tax for most of their residents. They're going in the wrong direction. That's why people are moving with their feet. They're moving to places like Florida where there's freedom and common sense. It's not just about being a Democrat or Republican, but the Democrats are so off the rails. The Mondami election, the Democrats are running on these extreme policies. You see this crazy, guy, this Graham Plattner, trying to take out Susan Collins, who has got a Nazi tattoo, and they're trying to deny it. Even they're trying to pretend it doesn't exist. If he had been a Republican, he wouldn't even have a chance at being the nominee because the Democrats would have annihilated this guy. So, I mean, Maria, you're seeing common sense arising. That's why President Trump actually resonates with both sides. He's actually very common sense, more than he is a partisan Republican or a partisan Democrat. He wants to see prosperity for our country. And I think people are looking at common sense. Those are the people that don't have Trump derangement syndrome who can't see through that. But they want authenticity. They want transparency. And you can't, whether you like President Trump or not, is there a more transparent president? He tells us every day exactly what he thinks, whether you like it or not.
And he takes calls from reporters all day long. But you're right. The New York legislature passed a bill that replaces some references to mother and father. And under the proposal, mother would become gestating parent. Okay. The father would become non-gestating parent. That's how we're supposed to refer to people who have kids. And the other thing is, you're right on the pied-à-terre tax, the tax for second home. It's official now. It's going to go into effect this year in New York. That's where we're talking about all the movement to Florida. What do you want to say about New York right now, Congresswoman? What are you going to do to ensure that the common sense proposals take hold?
Well, we do everything we can on the federal side to try to, just minimize the damage that's being done on the state side. I was in the state assembly, so I know how damaging it can be. But right now, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act renewed with H.R. 1, the new working families tax cut that President Trump put in place. Yeah. I'm hearing from businesses all over my district. I spent all weekend with small business owners. That is working. Just getting the cost of gasoline down is going to be important for our farmers, for everyone in business. But remember something, I have a law. We still haven't hit the peak of Joe Biden's high gas prices when he was in office, and it was only lowered because he actually emptied the strategic petroleum reserves at $180 million, 180 million gallons. So we've got to get this conflict in Iran resolved. We are on the path to having great prosperity. It's not just the stock market. The jobs report was great. We're looking at really good numbers. We just have to allow these things to happen.
Congressman, it's great to see you this morning. Thanks so much.